Welcome, one and all. It is Chandra Sparkles, and tonight we are going to speak of Algol, aka Medusa, in mythology. We're going to speak to a different twist of Medusa than probably you've ever heard about. We have Mars conjoined to Uranus, right on top of the fixed star Algol. Happening now through exact on Monday. And it's a time of great transformation. It's a time of extremes. And it's a time to really take a minute and really look deep within yourself. Apparently, I've been going pretty deep for a while now, seeing as this alignment is exactly opposite my sun in Scorpio. And it's also being aspected by my Venus and my Uranus in Libra by a quincunx. So lots going on. Boy, that sage is just burning. And I smudged the whole area like 2 hours ago, and it's just like, wow. So I'm going to push this back a little bit so I don't choke. Goodness gracious. Hi, we are broadcasting on Facebook, 2 different locations, as well as YouTube and TikTok. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Double tap the screen. If you wouldn't mind, please share it out. I am Chandra Sparkles, intuitive evolutionary astrologer, death doula, galactic grid keeper. And I, these are some tough energies that we've been experiencing, but such moving energies of understanding how you're getting your up leveling, and how you're able to exist, being that still point, in gratitude, being grateful for all of the blessings that you have been gifted with, even the tough ones, because those tough ones are also big blessings. You just don't really get it when you're in it at the moment a lot of the time. I want to say thank you to everybody who sent love and prayers and healing to my son, and I am not going to handle this. Okay, we're just going to stop. We're just going to stop. We're going to move this little guy over here because it's going. Maybe somebody in this room besides me needed a smudge too. Yeah, okay, yeah. I talk to spirits, multidimensional beings. I channel a collective called the 12. And so as we go throughout the night, because I'm a conscious channeler, all of it just comes through. It just comes through. It may be your highest self that comes through. It may be one of your loved ones who's crossed. We just never know until we get going. So we're going to do the astrology. We're going to do the cards. We're going to learn about the mythology, because I am a Hellenistic astrologer as well as a evolutionary astrologer. We're going to learn tonight. Tonight we're going to learn. We're going to learn. And we're going to learn how all of that plays in to our lives in this modern day era, and what we can do with these kind of energies to assist ourselves, assist others as we expand our consciousness and flip this planet to a higher frequency of utopia. That is the goal. Your soul, when you were born, had a plan. You don't all remember that plan, and that's okay, but you get bits and pieces and little synchronicities and signs along the way that point you in the right direction. And especially when you're going through tough stuff. This is tough energy. Mars conjoined to Uranus. And yeah, and we've got Scorpio moon opposite that. So making it even more intense. This is intensity, guys. If I had to put it on the Richter scale, I'd say off the charts. There is no more chart. It's past the charts. That's where we're at. So, and this is going to drive me bonkers. In fact, I don't even want to wear all those. I need this freedom in my life right now. And this is the other thing. I'm finding that we are all changing what we like and what we don't like, and what we want to do and what we don't want to do. We are all coming forward in understandings of, you know, I used to want to do this, now I don't. I'll be honest with you, I've been questioning if I even want to do this anymore. Because I don't know. I don't even have an answer as to why. And I've been like, but why? Why would I not want to do this anymore? I don't have an answer. And I'm okay with that too. I think just showing up and being real and authentic and just speaking your truth in every moment, or not. That's the other thing. You don't have to do shit if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything. And I get it. You're going to get wrapped up in the mundane world of, I got to pay bills, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I've got this, and da, 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 da. But when you start getting wrapped up into that, you lose sight of the fact that there's a higher guidance plan that you've already set into motion. And then it's just like when something comes up in your life and you're like, oh, now I get it. Now I understand why this has come forward. Because if you're here listening to me, you're a light warrior. You're a shadow keeper. You know, the light and the dark, that is Medusa energy in many big ways. And we're playing with both all of the time. We all hold both dualities all of the time. So we're going to do astrology. We're going to talk about the mythology. We're going to talk about the Chandra symbol, which is a psychic understanding of what Mars conjoined to Uranus means. And this isn't just some little transit that's going to be bing, bada, boom, over. Now, yes, Mars is going to move on, but Uranus is a slow mover. He's been in Taurus for 6 years. He's got another year to go. And guess what? Uranus is with Algol, the fixed star Algol, for the next year. In a wide conjunction at some times, but still conjoined. So this is an energy we're going to continuously see unfold until May of next year. So it's really understanding what this all means helps you to understand. If you don't have your birth chart, go grab it at astrograph.com. You can get a free birth chart. You need to know your date of birth, your time of birth, your city and state of birth, and find out where 26 degrees of Taurus is for you. What house? The house is always the how. So I know that this is like a foreign language to a lot of you, and that's okay. You take it in steps. You take it in understandings. And then if you still want more intel, you can always send me an email and I'll be happy to help you. Okay. I do have a waiting list and I am only working kind of part-time right now, but we're trying to get back to it. Okay, so everybody on TikTok, if you are interested in really seeing the cards, because yes, here in a little while, we will read cards for the zodiacal elements. That's the other thing. I haven't been able to get my words right. So it's kind of like this Neptunian fog has got me in this like mushroom head haze, you know? So we're just going to like let it go and let it flow as best as we can. I see everybody loading up in the chat on YouTube and Facebook over here, and I see all of you joining in on TikTok. On TikTok, you want to see everything? You want to see the chart? You want to see everything that I'm about to show, you know, visual photos about Medusa and the story of her, the real story behind Medusa. She wasn't just some evil creature. You want to learn and see the visuals? Come over to Chandra Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. The link is in the bio there, and you'll see everything because there's multiple cameras in the studio that'll show you split screen so you can see everything. You can see the chart. I annotate it so you understand. All of that is on Chandra Sparkles YouTube. Okay, Chandra Sparkles Astrology YouTube. Chanda Sparkles Astrology YouTube. All right, let's see who is here in the chat. Let's see who's here in the chat. I see you guys. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hi, Donna. How you doing? Oh, good. Kelly Wood, so glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. Yes, yes. And Tammy Lynn is up in the house. How you doing, sister? So glad you're here as well. Welcome, welcome. Yay, it's really good to be on here with you guys. Roxy, I see you there. Come on in. Everybody just chill out. Throw me up on your big screen. Grab yourself some strawberries. Hey, hey, gorgeous. Jessica Black is in the house. Y'all, did y'all catch her cosmic convo? Boy, that cosmic convo was lit. You need to go back and check that out. It is on the YouTube replay. You want to definitely check that out. Hey, Deborah, so glad you're here. 111, that's right. You know what? I've seen 111 multiple times today. That's very interesting. And even people sending me messages going, 111. And I was like, okay, this is the day. A big unrest. Marianne says she feels a big unrest. Yep. That would be Uranus revolutionizing the world. Yes. It'll be some interesting astrology, interesting mythology. You know, mythology is often based on what happened in the past to understand the present, right? So that's why we're going to dive into that. I see you, Ron. How are you doing? 8-8. Can you talk to 8-8-24? Huh. 8-8-24. No, I'm not real sure. I haven't looked at 8-8-24 today. I'm sticking to the topic, Ron. I'm not real sure what you're talking about there, dude. If you're asking about the Lionsgate, you don't want to ask this girl. I'm not going to go into that. Lionsgate is a big bunch of hoo-ha. It was placed there purposely to deceive. If you want to know the science behind it, I've got 2 videos on my YouTube channel. Just search my name and put Lionsgate. All right, there you go. And Kelly Wood, she's all up in here. I see her. There you go. We are not here to pay bills. I love that. Ron says, we're not here to pay bills. Yes, indeed. Hi, Julie and Amy. Thank you, Amy. You guys, if y'all need the link for the YouTube on Facebook, it is there in the description. Not the description. Well, it's in the description, but it's also, Amy Ulrich has put it in the comments there. So thank you, my darling. I appreciate that. Julie is in here from North Idaho. How you doing? And Sandy Reyes is here. Hi, sweet sister. So glad you're here. Cool. I see everybody. Surfing. That's what, yeah. Jessica's like, I'm surfing. I got it. That's right. Oh, so cool. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So I see more of you loading in. Okay. New people, please subscribe and like the video. If you have not, go ahead and minimize that now and you can get that out the way. And my nose runs when I channel. It just happens. I'm not sick or anything. Just the way it is. All right. So I think what we're going to do first is we're going to pull up the Chandra symbol so that you can have an idea of what the overall energy of this degree placement is. And then you'll have a better understanding when I start explaining and showing you all about the mythology of this fixed star Algol. Okay, so the fixed star Algol is truly, and you know what? I have something else that I needed to pull up. Oh, travel. Hold on, TikTok. Hold on. Let's see if I can do this without knocking you guys off. Hold on. I need to do this. I made it last minute, and I want to make sure I've got it to put on the screen. Okay, there it is. Very good. Okay. I just thought it would be easier with my mind being like, anybody else got the Neptunian fog going on? Just like, I'm calling it my mushroom head thought processes, I guess you could call it. All right, so let's take that off of there so we can focus on one thing at a time. God, I hope I didn't knock myself off of here. Am I still on? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. Thank you. Remember, guys, there's all kinds of information and intel that you'll be able to see on the screen over at Chanda Sparkle's YouTube. Otherwise, just hang out and listen. All right, here we go. All right, so we are going to be speaking to the inside degrees. Each degree placement has its own meaning, okay? And sometimes I use the inside degrees, and sometimes I use the Sabian symbols. And I was called to the inside degrees this time. So, what this is you want to get a vision of the actual title of the degree, and just go ahead and kind of like implant that in your mind, and then you're just going to take in all of the information as I read, or you can read it along. Read along yourself right there if you like, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and move this, and I'm going to do a half screen. Boom. There you go. Okay, so this is Taurus at 26 degrees. Grotesque rocks in a sand garden. So get that vision. Grotesque rocks in a sand garden. And honestly, I was like, grotesque rocks? I don't see any rock that looks grotesque in my eyes, but okay. Here we go. The inward image and the outward reflection are worlds apart, building up inside to a state of being that carries immense challenges. You see your own personal nature as an objective universal force to be reckoned with, and persist in seeing egocentrically, preferring massively your own company, contained within yourself, imaginatively self-enchanted, yet also capable of radical turnabouts and rebirths, awakenings false and true, great and small, knowing yourself to be somebody special, self-consciousness enshrined. Ooh, I love that. Self-consciousness enshrined. A dead end or a path. Obvious or realizing the way of things. Getting out of our way or being squarely in the way. Self-importance and its overcoming. I want to read that one more time. So, not the whole thing, but I like the part where it says, knowing yourself to be somebody special. Self-consciousness enshrined. A dead end or a path. So look at that, a dead end or a path. Obvious or realizing the way of things. Getting out of the way or being squarely in the way. Self-importance and its overcoming. So Taurus is the builder. right? Taurus is also luxury. It's the fine, good stuff in life. It's the goody good. Taurus likes nice things, but often they can be very within themselves, because you can't look at Taurus without looking at Scorpio. And, the Taurus, it really is something that I see as just like this steadfast, holding my ground, really rooting in to what I am and what I'm doing. And when you throw Uranus on top of that Uranus, like, for real, like, Taurus doesn't like Uranus. That energy does not mesh well, right? It's like lava. Mars, Uranus, conjoined with Algol in Taurus is like hot lava from an explosive volcano. It's like, okay, so I'm getting the, back in the day before we had tractors, in the old days when we had to farm with like a big old bull, and they'd have those plow things, and that you had to hold the thing and it would dig a hole into the ground. That's kind of like Mars in Taurus. Okay. It gets the job done, but it's not easy. Mars isn't excited about being in Taurus. Taurus isn't excited about having Mars there either. Nor does he care for Uranus. But, Taurus being our Earth itself, ruled by Gaia, ruled by Venus, luxury, beauty, the finer things in life, but also our senses. It's the throat. And with that said, it's the neck. Okay, I'm going to get into Algol. So I'm going to pull up a few points on Algol here on the screen on YouTube. All right, so let me pull this up so you can have a little look at this too. So I'm going to make this a little bit easier for me to see because I've got all these extras. So let's talk about the mythology of Medusa. So everybody knows, most people know the mythology of Medusa as the snake-haired woman, right? It is represented as the head or the third eye of Medusa. Okay, so this Algol is the third eye of Medusa. And fixed stars stay 72 years, so they don't move quite a bit. It takes 72 years for them to move a degree. So they're pretty fixed in our lifetimes. Think about the third eye and what that means. This is also whom Perseus killed. Perseus, the god, the Greek god. Medusa, a virgin goddess, was a servant and a confidant to the priestess Athena. So Athena had her temple, right? And she had all of the ladies, the virgins, the Vestal virgins, different virgins. Now, Medusa was someone who, there was only 3 of them that were virgins, and she was one of them. Because of an argument with Athena, Poseidon, or Neptune, okay, raped Medusa. So Medusa could walk, and she was made to be mortal, unlike her 2 Gorgon sisters who were immortal. And Neptune wanted her, and he got her, even though she tried to get away from him. But he got her. Athena believed that Medusa encouraged this act and was jealous of her beauty. Athena turned her into a Gorgon with hair of snakes, cursing all men that would look upon her to turn them into stone. With the use of a mirror, Medusa later was turned to stone herself. Perseus decapitated Medusa, offering her to Athena for protection. Medusa's hair of snakes is said to have a power of warding off evil and enhance psychic abilities. The blood of her decapitation is linked to the magic of the menstrual cycle, okay, and rebirth. From the decapitation was born Perseus and one other, Sicyus. I'll find it in a minute. I can't remember. There's another Greek god that was born. But Pegasus is where you find the star Algol in the constellations. Pegasus was born of the blood that poured from her neck when Perseus chopped off her head. And that is the beast child flying horse of both Neptune or Poseidon and Medusa from their encounter, okay? It's a powerful symbol of magic, transformation, and divine feminine power, okay? It's a Saturnian and Jupiterian qualities of Medusa highlight her authority and stoicism and ability to evolve. In astrology, Algol represents the head of the ogre. In the Arabic, the Korpan of Perseus, considered a demon star, highlighted the light of the shadow. So, like, remember the orbis, the two snakes that twirl within each other, right? That is the dualistic manner of good and evil in all individuals. All of us have good and evil, right? Now the dark, what does that mean? Decapitation, hanging dunk. Hanging dunk. What did I write that for? Basically, it's supposed to sing like drinking. Maybe it meant to be hanging drunk. On violence, yeah, having drunk on violence, force changes, and egoic power. The light is sobriety, beauty, seduction, mysticism, material wealth, money, truth, and leadership. I'll have to correct that later, and I did this at last minute because I was like, I'm not going to remember everything, and I didn't want to miss any of it. Okay, so something else to think about here. Okay, so that's just your basics, basically, on this fixed star Algol. Oribus, thank you. Think about this for a second. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, so you can see right here on the screen, that is a picture of Medusa. I'm getting this from medium.com, by the way. Really good website. She's an excellent writer, and she's a realist. I like the way she writes. But this is what everybody thinks when you think of Medusa. This is what Medusa was like before she was turned into a creature with the green skin. Now, the green skin is also, it's meant to be like lizard type, right? And these stories have changed and changed and changed and changed over the years. But what I wanted to say was Medusa was a priestess of the goddess Athena, the virgin goddess of wisdom and battle. So Athena was extremely jealous. Like, she wanted her youthfulness, her, she was known to have like this long flowing hair. And so there's all kinds of different ways we could see how this went, right? Medusa was just doing her spiritual practice. She was trying to stay in her own, her own role and honor the temple that Athena had blessed her to be part of, right? There was no consecration. You cannot do that. And I really believe that Poseidon, because there's multiple Poseidon stories of him coming and taking women and doing, he did that with multiples. So, I really want to also give it to Medusa because, she's banished. They banished her to the farthest ends of the earth, to the Gorgon Islands, farthest away from any kind of society, because of somebody else's stuff. Like, she didn't choose for that. In fact, she tried to get away from him. And she was banished right there, banished from her civilization, sent to an island by herself. She was alone. Only saw men that were out there trying to kill her because she was such the prize to kill, right? Because, if you could kill and chop off her head, that was a wonderful way of battling your enemies, right? It says she was scared of her powers and angry at the gods for cursing her. She took revenge on the men that were sent to kill her. Anybody who took a step on her island were marked now for death at the hands of the Gorgon Medusa. And I love how she goes on, and I'll put this link in the description of the YouTube, but I'm going to get right back here to what I was wanting to get at. And that is this chart, because I know a lot more is about to come out as I go about this. All right, everybody on TikTok, please double tap the screen if you're in the room. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm so hot. I have got to turn this AC up real quick. Because it's really hot up here all of a sudden. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to show the chart over here. If you guys... Oh, I had one other thing. I had one other little thing. So this is my big old book. Look at this. From 1999, y'all. This is my big old book. I've had this. It's so old. I've had this for a long time. It's the ultimate encyclopedia of astrology. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. It's huge. It's a huge book. But I did pull one little section here. Because see, this has all of the old school, old school. It's almost like a textbook type thing back in the day. All right. So speaking about Perseus being the son of Zeus, if you didn't know that, he's the son of Zeus in Greek mythology. This book is so heavy. Where is it? I know I read it because I was like, I want to read that to them. First, okay, so on his way to kill Medusa, this is what I was trying to get at. First, I knew I would remember this. First, he visited the Gray Eye, which is the three old hags. Clash of the Titans. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie. The three old hags who shared one single eye, okay? The one single eye. Perseus seized the eye, and then she told him about the nature of the Gorgons so that he could have some understanding that there was three dreadful sisters, okay? Most important of all, they informed him how a direct glance from Medusa's eyes would turn him to stone. But yet he had to receive an eye from the old wicked witch lady. He also received three useful gifts from some of the friendly nymphs. Okay, so like that's the other thing is, Medusa and her two sisters' parents were both mermen, they're sea creatures, like sirens and stuff. He also received these 3 useful gifts from some friendly nymphs. They said it's a nymph, but some people say it's the gods that the gods gave this. See, some people say that it was Mercury that gave him the winged shoes that would, and then he had the cloak, or no, he had the crown hat for the invisibility. That's why I was wanting to show you. Some people say it was nymphs. There was so many different ways, right? But what resonated here was he also received 3 useful gifts from some of the friendly nymphs. A cap of invisibility, which was like a chariot cap, like wasn't like a ball cap or anything. Some winged shoes, which I believe he got those from Mercury, Hermes, the winged messenger, and a bag for Medusa's head. Ready for the exploit at last, Perseus put on the shoes, flew to the Gorgon's cave in the far west. Careful not to look at Medusa directly, he approached by watching her reflection, that's it, with the shield. Having cut off Medusa's head and stowed it in the bag, Perseus flew away, unseen by her 2 sisters. Some people say that he was seen and that they tried to stop him. So it's different in every kind of myth tale, right? But think about it. The mirror of everything that you do shows up in the mirror of yourself, a mirror in other people. The winged shoes, right? There's so many different ways you could break that down. Just the story of Perseus going to slay Medusa. But let's think about, the victim. She was a victim. And she was outcast. So all of this kind of stuff is coming up now for us to look at. You're not being accepted. Being cast out because you're beautiful. Being cast out because, you tried to do the right thing and you got fucked anyway. Just saying, there's a lot of ways that you could probably take that story and see how you can utilize that story in your own life now. This is what I like to take away from it. And that is that even though she had to be decapitated, she continued to live on. Athena even later put Medusa's face, her head with all her snakes, on her shield of all the shield maidens, because she knew that that was a source of protection and power. And look, here we are, 2024, talking about it, and so I'm just saying there is a great reverence and respect that I have for the story of Medusa, understanding that she was a victim, but she didn't play the victim. She survived, and she was cast out by herself. She had to figure out how to cope. She could never look upon anyone else the rest of her life. She had to realize how she could make her own how to make her own life happy without feeling like she's completely alone all of the time. And she was ugly. Now she got some ugly snakes in her hair and some green scaly skin and gargantuan teeth, like she's, it gets back to it that life is not fair sometimes. Life is just not fair. And that's okay to feel that way as long as you're not staying in that space. And as long as you can pull on that heroine that's within you and realize that you are guided by way bigger forces than some snakes in your hair. That your face could be put on a shield, metaphorically. That we can give ourselves the permission to explore, dream, and be exactly who we want to be, whether anybody else likes it or not. I mean, I know that this hits home for me big time. And it also hits home with the fact that it takes steps. It doesn't just happen overnight, right? It takes steps to get to a certain place on your journey before you really realize you've gotten there. And then you look around and go, oh, well, what was I doing this for? Why did I do that? Don't do that. Don't woulda, coulda, shoulda all over yourself, because it doesn't make any difference. All you can do is figure out what you're doing right now. In this now. And that's it. The past does not matter. The future is not promised. Right? All right. So let's go ahead and go and look at this chart. So what I've got here is Mars, Uranus, and Algol. That's happening July 15th, 9:05 a.m. Ignore the clock houses, because that does not refer to you unless you are in Corpus Christi, where I am located here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Okay, I need a little sip. And I'm sporting my Aries cup made by Bodies of Wood. Yes, I am, because it's Mars, and Mars is the ruler of Aries, ancient ruler of Scorpio. Okay. All right, so let's look here. This is what we're looking at right here. Okay. 26 degrees, 30 minutes, 26 degrees, 19 minutes, 26 degrees, 19 minutes. Do you see how tight that is? Whew. Excuse me. That is a real tight conjunction with the fixed star Algol. Keeping in mind, Uranus is going to go retrograde. So it's not going much further. And then it's going to come back. And then it's going to come back forward. And in October, we'll have another Uranus-Algol conjunction. All right? This one's kind of special because it's involving Mars, the ruler of Aries, in the sign of Taurus. Everybody that is here on TikTok, we would love for you to come over to Chandra Sparkles Astrology YouTube. You can see the chart. You can see how I'm annotating it. You can have a better understanding. You'll be able to see the cards here in a minute when we get jumping into that. The link is in the bio there. All right. Okay, so let's see where we are. Okay, so here we go. This is speaking, as you can see, directly over to Black Moon Lilith, which is not. So Black Moon Lilith, like I say, is often like Kali energy, the goddess Kali. It's also speaking over here to Pluto. Now, granted, it's in like out of sign. You see, it's like out of sign, but still, that is a grand trine. See that blue triangle right there? Trines are harmonious flow. Energy just comes in, and that doesn't always mean that it's going to be negative or positive. It just means it just is. Okay, it means that whatever is going to happen with this sudden extreme, Uranus is sudden extremes. Mars is aggression, passions, creativity. Yes. Uranus is the revolutionary. It is this must change. You can't predict Uranus. Uranus is the great awakener. Things that happen that shake us up, shake us to the core. And this is extreme aggression. Now that you throw in Algol, that's extreme aggression. that is, it could be very transformative, yes, but accident prone. Stay away from alcohol. For the love of God, don't test the waters right now by any means. Don't test the waters with anything right now. I would completely be as reserved and as aware, even in your house. I had a lady say, "Oh, I'm good. I'm just gonna stick around my house." I'm like, you could fall and break your leg at your house. Almost did it 2 nights ago. I was so grateful I didn't fall. Almost did. I was in a haze walking around, looking at the stars. I was just like out there. I was looking at my green light, watching the fish. I was way up high on the deck. And I was walking down the steps. And you know how, like, when you're going downstairs and you take a step and you think you're at the bottom, but you're not yet? Yeah, that's what I did. I almost face planted. I was real grateful that I was agile still. I was like, thank you. And I thought of this immediately. I thought, oh my God, Mars, Uranus almost got me. So it's also erratic. Very erratic behaviors coming from people, places, and things. It can also be, criminal. Lots of criminal stuff. It could be like, okay, so I'll give you an example. I'm in Texas. All of that power in Houston was blown out. And they even had power for like 2 million people for so long. And it was like people were flipping out, because just 2 weeks ago when we had a storm before the storm, they also lost a lot of power during that storm because they got hit by tornadoes and stuff. I just think that the Houston infrastructure of their power lines or whatever, a lot of that stuff needs some updating, first of all. But when you got a storm that comes through and knocks out a power line, you can't do nothing. And the linemen, I think they had like 12,000 linemen over there. But people are tripping. People are pissed. And I get it. It's never fun to be hot in Texas without power. But there was fights that were breaking out. But you know what? Also, like right in the same area that all these power outages are happening, the Houston Astros play a game and they light up the Big O Stadium while all these people are sleeping in tents outside of their house because inside of the house is too hot at night. I mean, it's just, I would be pissed. If I was in Houston and they done threw up an Astros game right next to where I was living, I'd be pissed. And that's the kind of stuff, this is the kind of energy that fuels this. This is the kind of energy that just like, people get real aggressive real quick with this kind of an energy. So just be aware and caution, especially when you're dealing with Black Moon Lilith, which is, like Kali, the demon slayer. Black Moon Lilith was originally Adam's first wife in the Bible. Okay? So Black Moon Lilith, but she wasn't going to have Adam. She didn't want Adam. He tried to lay on her. She was like, no, man, you're not going to tell me what to do. She didn't want him. So she left. And then he made Eve from his rib. Okay. But I'm just saying, Black Moon Lilith, she's going to cut the heads of the demons. She's cutting those heads of those demons off. And that's what you can do. You can use this energy to fuel the cutting. Because what are we doing with Algol, Medusa? Cutting it off. Be very careful with neck injuries. Be very careful with your voice chakra. Make sure you're clear and balanced within your voice chakra during this time. Pluto, we all know Pluto is the end of the road. It is the last hurrah. Pluto is this must transform now or die, and I don't give two sticks how or what you think about it or whatever. This is the end. This is it. You cannot turn back now. Also, this alignment is in a quincunx at this exact moment over to the moon in Scorpio at 11 degrees. So all day long on Monday and a big chunk of Sunday, this moon is going to be speaking over here to this intensity. Okay? And it's also going to also speak to this intensity. As it goes through the sign of Scorpio, which Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and it does rule criminal, mobsters, gangsters, theft, the deep, dark underworld, the underbelly, everything that lives beneath the surface, oil, okay, gas. And think about it, Algol is the original, what? Mermaid. Okay, and we have Neptune in Pisces, opposite Black Moon Lilith in Virgo. Neptune in Pisces is at 29 degrees. Yes, it's gone retrograde, as well as Saturn, Pisces. They're Saturn and Neptune both gone retrograde, right? This is another reason why I feel strongly that there will be a lot of hurricanes, typhoons, floods, catastrophic earth shakeups, things like that happening because it's getting ignited by this algal. I could go forward on this chart. I mean, I could go forward a year and you're going to see these same, pretty much, it's going to be around the same because it's going to have to go retrograde and go back again and da 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 da. And Jupiter is at 11 degrees. Okay. And it's in a quincunx over here as well. Chiron is squaring this Chiron square right here. See that? Squaring Chiron in Aries, squaring the sun. All while this is happening. Exact. 23 and 23. All those old wounds, what we thought we had cleared, what we thought that we had handled, but we got a little closer. So remember we had the Aries solar eclipse back in April. And then it was activated again when we had the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Remember when Jupiter and Uranus came together not too long ago in May. And now it's all getting activated again. But it comes in steps. It comes in steps. It does. It comes in steps because this is how you can tell. So like this is the first quarter moon, right? So this is the first quarter moon. And Mercury is slowing down to go retrograde. Venus has just entered Leo, thank the heavens. Yeah. It's really a big time of release. But you've got to find that stillness. And you have to find that the only thing that will work with this kind of a transit is the ultimate truth from within. The ultimate truth always within. And other people coming at you, talking at you, they're going to be abrasive. They're not going to understand. They're going to get their panties in a wad. Trust. It's just going to happen. And you probably have already seen it. Oh, who was it? Somebody else was saying, Adnan Ellenboss, the man, he's a wonderful astrologer. I've taken his Hellenistic astrology course. He was saying that, and I don't watch football or baseball. I'm not a sports girl. I don't care for that. I don't like that hair sticking out either. But he was saying how apparently, or was it the Leo King? God, I'm going to feel bad. It was one of them. Because those are really the only two that I listen to. he was saying that there were big fights out on the field of some baseball game, like literally big fights happening. That's very much this energy. I also would avoid going out into big groups or big crowds, or going out and, being at a mall or being at a concert or being at a bar. Good God, if there's a time that you could just lay off of the bars, if there's anybody that likes to go out to bars and listen to live music or whatever, I get it. But this is not the weekend to be out and about. This is a weekend to really just focus in on nature, focus in on creating. This is a creative energy. But this is also, if you've got to do some serious strategic planning, because Pluto is strategic. Mars is the strategic warrior. Okay? And with Uranus there saying everything must change. Everything must be revolutionized. And it being on top of Algol, you can survive anything. That's one thing that's good about Algol, is it's a survivor. It's a transformer. It's a transmuter. And with Black Moon Lilith, you ain't going to put up with shit. Especially with that being exactly, and remember, each astrological chart is a umbrella energy signature stamp on that time frame. And every time two planets come together, that's a stamp. That's a reset. So literally, Mars and Uranus reset. 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 Let's talk about the nodes. The North Node in Aries. Your ego is being worked over. You've got about 6 more months to go. And you're going to have a brand new ego. How are you doing on your codependency? How are you doing on standing up for yourselves within your relationships? If there is any time that you need to really, take a step back and dissolve some cords, now would be the time. I wouldn't wait until 6 months from now, because that's going to be even more intense. Okay, we're in the first decan now. Okay, so there's 3 decans in each sign, and the first decan is all about the personal, the me, who I am, what's happening with me. So people are going to start getting really me. We're now at 9 degrees, and we're heading back, and pretty soon, get ready, Virgo and Pisces, because those guys are heading to you, and they're going to head right on back this way and conjoin with these guys, Uranus and Saturn, next year. Lean on Venus, okay? Because remember, excuse me, remember, we've got to always look. See, this is happening in Taurus, ruled by Venus, okay? So look on your own birth chart and see where Taurus is at 26 degrees. That will give you so much intel. You look at the house. So here it is on the 10th house. It's not going to be like that for you. Could be, but it's not going to be like that for everybody. That would mean there's sudden upheavals, sudden extremes, sudden strategic planning needed within the work environment. That's getting fired, because you got to do something different, right? Hold on, because there's nobody over here. They're there, but they just pop in and leave. If you're there on the screen, please double check. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Remember, if you guys want to see the screen, you want to see the cards, you got to come over to the YouTube channel. Okay. So, in other words, Venus in Leo. We are expanding upon the heart, and Venus is getting us ready to do so. Okay. Mercury is going to start slowing down. Okay. And Mercury is, he's decent over here, but he could be better. He'd much prefer to be in Virgo, and he's heading that way, so our mind, our thoughts, how we talk and communicate, there'll be little bits, little pockets here and there that works okay, but on a grander scale of everything, not so much, because he's going to start slowing down. Okay, so that's going to lead me here. I think that's it. That's all I want to cover here. So I'm going to go move. Oh, I got to take that off. Hope that helped. I hope that helped. Okay. Now I'm going... What in the world is going on here? There it is. Okay, I moved it. That's why. All right. It's hot. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just me, but it is just hot in this house, and I normally keep it like pretty cool. All right. So let's go ahead and... There it is. Timmy Lynn says, Taurus at 27 degrees in house 11 with Jupiter. Okay, so this is at 26 degrees. Okay, so anybody that's looking up their chart, so you want to look at 26 degrees, but you want to count back 2 more degrees. With fixed stars, you want it within 2 degrees, okay? When we're talking about a tight conjunction, it's within 3 degrees. So you're going to go... So back 2 and up 2. That's going to be your window that you're getting activated. And not just in Taurus. Let's just say you have 26 degrees of Scorpio. You're getting the opposition like me. Let's say you have 26 degrees of Aquarius. You're getting the square, the harsh, very difficult, challenging square. I am like so sorry to tell you, Aquarius and Leo, but that's going to be a lot. And you probably have already been feeling that. But this is the thing. This is not to scare anybody. This is not to put you in a fear frequency. This is not to make you feel like I've got to run for the hills and put my head in the sand for the next year and all that kind of stuff. This is so you're aware. Think about it as you go throughout your day. Well, that crazy astrology psychic lady said that there's going to be some aggressive energies. If your mom happens to call you up and has something to say to you, you might just let her win. Give her the win. You know what I'm saying? If your spouse is having a real challenging time at work, geez, man, do some extra good loving, or make him an amazing meal. Or, if you're, let's just say your daughter is not talking to you and she sends you a nice message out of the blue, just be appreciative that she even sent you a message. Don't try to read into it. Even though there's going to be those like moments that you're going to be like wanting to, like you're going to feel like you want to pounce on things. Like it gives that edge, especially with the moon entering Scorpio tomorrow. It's like activating everything in that alignment. Black Moon, Lilith, Pluto, and Algol all being activated with Mars, the ancient ruler of Scorpio, Pluto, the modern day ruler. It can be quite a lot. I know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this a strategic time of aggressively, like I'm going to aggressively attack something that I've been putting off, that I know I have to do, that I need to do, that I've needed to do, that I haven't wanted to do, but I'm going to aggressively and tactically do some things, especially one big project that I've been just putting off. I'm going to use this energy. I'm going to fuel this energy. Use the energy Yeah. And I'm not going to go out partying, or, I don't party anyway, but I'm not going to go like to a downtown festival, or I'm not going to go to like an art walk thing, or I'm not going to be out in crowds. Just not going to do it because I don't need to. I can go next week when this calms down. Mars is going to back off next Tuesday. It'll be exact, and then we'll feel the effects of it, and it's going to start backing off on Tuesday, Wednesday. Things start opening up. And in fact, next Wednesday is a real positive day. So if you're wanting to do some things, or you got to take care of some things and go out, Wednesday's a great day to do that. Okay. All right. Make sure that everything's good here in the chat. Oh my gosh. Amy Ulrich says, I was dreaming of hot lava last night flowing over the land. Very good confirmation. Okay. I see here. More people are just loading in. Hi on TikTok. We just did the astrology. Yes, Ron, that's an excellent way to put it. An opportunity to face the Gorgon. Yeah, pull out your mirror. Okay, I have to say it. Okay, so I have my little calendar, week ahead calendar here. I'm not going to go deep into this because we're going to get into the cards. But I did put world leaders are going down, off with their heads. I mean, like literally, that's today, tomorrow, and Monday. And the Republican convention is happening right now, isn't it? And then that world whatever summit thing. I don't follow politics. I'm not I just don't even care. I mean, I do, but I just don't really. But I watch the astrology, and then I see things, or people send me things and they show up. I don't have the news. I haven't had news. I don't even have cable TV. Haven't had it in 10 years. I'm good to go. But these are big truths being revealed. That's what Pluto does. Pluto pulls everything from beneath the surface and reveals big truths, right? And these accidents come in and make things be revealed to us, right? What? Jessica, don't play. Don't play. Seriously? Are you seriously? Serious. Don't play. This just happened right now? Okay, so Jessica is saying that he got shot in the head. There was an attempt on Trump's life tonight. It grazed his ear and his head. Holy, okay, I just got chills all over my body. Really? Oh my gosh. He's okay. Wow. Yeah, crazy. Y'all know I don't pay attention. I wouldn't have known this until tomorrow. Shot in the face. Okay, so guess what? Let's just do something. We'll just do something real fun here real quick. Let's just do something. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Open. No, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's go to. Okay. No. Okay, hold on. Cancel. You know what? I don't have his chart memorized. Maybe it's here. Okay. Search. There he is. Okay, here we go. Now we're in business. Okay. So Donald Trump, and now let's pull up this other. No, that's not it. Select Mars. All right, so Donald Trump is here on the inner ring, okay? And then the outer ring here is the Mars Algol. But you know what? I want to see. So his ascendant is Leo. Oh, hell. It's squaring his ascendant. See there? Like, watch this. Wow. Okay, sorry for getting off track here, but I could not wait to see this. So you'll see at 26 degrees. Oh, that's not it. Get over here. To his ascendant. Right there. Right there. Holy cow. And see, that's when things show up in the world, a lot of the time it has to do with your ascendant, because that's how you're ascending. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, there's your ascendant right there. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's got Mars on the ascendant. He's got Mars on the ascendant. And that's being activated by Mars. His Mars is squaring his Mars. Look at that. 26 degrees to 26 degrees. His Mars is squaring his Mars. Uranus, Algol, this whole bunch is squaring not only his ascendant, but also his Mars. Wowee. And the moon, 23 degrees, is on his Saturn, blocking him. Who was blocking him? Venus. It's a good thing Venus is there too. Holy cow. Okay, I'll do a more extensive look at his chart so that we're not just doing this live. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh. Where is his moon? Oh, his moon is in Sagittarius. No wonder he's a big mouth. Big storyteller. I've only looked at this like once years ago when I first started. I think it was like, when did I first start here doing these lives? It's been almost 4 years. So, yeah. Yeah, Mars, square Mars. Holy cow. Wow, wow, wow. In his first house. That's crazy. That is correct. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Excuse me. In his 12th house. Hidden enemies. Hidden enemies. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you for sharing that with me, guys, because I, honest to God, wouldn't have known this till tomorrow, because I just don't pay attention to the news or any of that stuff. So I appreciate that. Hope he's okay. The shooter is dead. Sandy said the shooter is dead. Okay, very good. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get on into these cards. Crazy. Well, sending them all the best. I never want anybody hurt, and I never want to, I never want to see, these extreme energies, hurt anybody or play out in that way. But it just goes to show that the energies can be read. They really can be read. R-E-A-D, not red, R-E-D, although I'm glad we didn't see red. Crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's crazy. That is so crazy. And I literally I wrote this on my calendar at the beginning of the year, right there. See it? I go through the whole year and I write stuff down, and I wrote Off with their heads. World leaders are going down. Accidents, explosive takedowns. Fireworks. Republicans are about to get shook. You can't trust anything. Use discernment. You can't trust anything. Use discernment. Yeah, it is. Amy Ulrich said it right there. She said Algol and Mars with Uranus. Now, see, that's the whole thing. If it was just Algol and Mars, that would be pretty extreme. But we're talking about Uranus. You cannot predict with Uranus. When you're speaking to Uranus, if Uranus is in your chart and transiting over one of your major, or it's challenging you on a square. Now, not all Uranus is considered bad, because it could be, oh my gosh, I never thought that I would receive that inheritance. Or, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I was just gifted a new car. Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this computer has just shown me the most amazing thing, and it's been there the whole time and I never saw it. That would be like Uranus in your 12th house. Like, I have Uranus in the 12th house, conjoined to Venus. What I love, what I value, how I make my money, my beauty, my love and relationships, right? So, and they're conjoined exact, like the same degree exact. And I constantly am finding things that are hidden. Like my whole life, I have found hidden stuff that was probably there the whole time, but I didn't see it, And I've got hidden enemies everywhere. There are so many of these spiritual people in this community that do not like me, and I don't give a shit. I just don't. I'm just like, whatever. I've never even talked to you hardly, but you don't like me all of a sudden? You think I care? I don't give two shits. I really don't. Because I'm just going to keep doing what I know is best in my heart and keep going with my path. And that's the thing, is you can't let other people's opinions of you bother you. We've got enough crap in the world to deal with. We've got enough stuff in our own families, our own jobs, to be even worried about what other people think of it. I do not give two shits. And that's one thing. I've always been that way. I don't care. I mean, I care about what my family and my kids think and, my close. But, people out in the world, there's a couple of them on this island. I won't name names because I would never do that, but you know who you are. A couple of them on this island that I've never done anything to you, but I've always been nice to you. I've even invited you to my events. Yeah, I see you. That's the other thing, is they're always watching. They're always watching. Give them a fucking show. All right, let's go. Other people's opinions are not our business, Kelly Wood said. The goal is to keep your wits and head through all of the celestial events. Yes, Ron, that is correct. You are correct, sir. Yes. Okay, let's do these. Let's do the cards. Okay, so everybody on TikTok, we're about to do the cards for the zodiac elements. These are channeled. If you want to see the cards, please come over to Chandra Sparkles Astrology on YouTube so you can actually see the cards, okay? If not, you can just hang out here and listen to me talk. I'm happy that you're here. Okay, so let's go. So tonight, I'm really excited about the cards that we're playing with tonight. You want to see? Let's look at the cards. So tonight, oh, my nose is itching too. We are playing with the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. Beautiful creatures, beautiful creatures. I cannot help but always hear that song playing in my head by Marilyn Manson. The beautiful creatures, the beautiful creatures. Da, da. Yes, when I was younger, I was a rocker. And I loved that song. And I still do sometimes. I just play it just because I think it's cool. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures. Da, da. The beautiful creatures. Alrighty then. We'll just leave that right there. Okay. We're also playing with the Tarot of Dragons. You know I had to pull out the dragons for Mars energy. Mars conjoined Uranus. Oh, yeah. And then we have the Star Tarot as well, because, of course, the star is representative of Uranus in Taurus. There you go. We also are going to play with the brand new deck, well, new to this channel, the Vox Tarot. I'm really digging this deck, y'all. I'm digging this deck. So this is an innovative deck. This is my Uranus deck, okay, Uranus. What I love about the deck is it's designed by a orchestra leader, a symphony guy that does all the orchestra. And he contacted, like, I don't even know, I can't remember, 80 something artists. And it even has a couple of like bonus cards in there. So they were created by all kinds of different people. So it's like a plethora of art coming from the Vox Tarot, which means the voice of the tarot. Very interesting deck. Becoming pretty close to one of my top 10 out of all the decks back there. Okay. Then we will also hear for further clarification from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, we'll hear from the Starseed Oracles, and then we'll call on the crystal spirits. We'll find out which crystal will best suit you to keep yourself grounded, rooted into the eternal throughout this Mars, Uranus, Algol transit. All right. Let's go. I'm going to zoom this in just a little bit so that you guys can see the cards. If you are just joining us here on TikTok, please come over to Chanda Sparkles YouTube. Chanda Sparkles YouTube, the link is in the bio. You'll be able to see the cards, okay? I show them up here and there, but not every one of them, because most of the time I'm sitting here doing this, channeling the information. Okay. Not sure who we're starting with tonight yet, but just had, come on. The dragon cards are very slippery, and they always tend to kind of like roll off here. There we go. Come on now. All right. Okay. Oh, geez. Who are we playing? Who's going? Oh, it looks like fire. Thank you. Conductor, Julie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I told you at the beginning of this live stream, I warned you that my brain is like a mushroom top. Like it's a mushroom head. Total energy. Like I've been in this like foggy la la land. Makes it a lot easier just to channel the energy and not have to think. But the thinking part of this whole little broadcast kind of challenging sometimes. Okay. Well, yeah. Cool, Ron. I'm glad you're here. All right, so let's go. Donna says fire. Amy on Facebook says fire. Remember, we are broadcasting on multiple platforms. So thank you. Let's go ahead and get y'all on out there. Fire signs. All right. All cards have been cleared, set in the sun, set in the pyramid, smudged, and blessed. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. My beautiful creative spirits, fire signs, calling in on the highest selves of the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Calling in on the highest selves of the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, now and on the replay. The Queen of Swords coming out loud and proud. This is taking charge. This is having to do the tough stuff. This is, you know, the Queen of Swords does not put up with nothing. You know, she likes to be fair. She likes to be just, but she's going to take care of number one first. Okay. So that's the message here I'm feeling. Definitely want to make sure, you know, and there may be some cords that are needing to be cut, meaning your relationships are ending, meaning you've got to let go of some things, right? Remember, cord dissolve with love. Don't cut cords. Energetically dissolve with love. And the Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups. And coming in from outside of you, this is that extra card. Remember I told you they're extra cards? And this is the water card. So each of these cards, like on the back side, there's the air element. This is the water element card. So emotions, intuition, we'll find out. And look, there's the serpent, you know, and there's a big serpent energy happening with you fire signs. Transformation, shedding your skins. But I feel like this is coming from outside of you. This is a coming from outside of you energy. So someone else outside of you is causing you to have to cut this cord, have to end this relationship, or end it. It may even be ending something within yourself. But you have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups here is the reflection. All of our relationships, you know, you can look into your partner, you can look into your parent, you can look into your best friend, your coworker, whatever, all relations, and see the inner reflection of what's happening within you that's causing this ending. The Ten of Wands is complete endings, okay? You have gained victory after a lot of long, hard battles. You have been through it. You have fought through it. As you can see, you're rising like the phoenix from the ashes, triumphant, but that is in the challenge position. So the challenge position here is asking you, are you ready to rise like the phoenix? Are you ready to step forward on that new path? You know, are you really going to cut that cord within that relationship to self or the relationship to other? Intuition is guiding you. Oh, that one just flew out. Six of Wands, standing your ground. Oh yeah, there you are, loud and proud again. There's two fire sign energies right there. You know, I've got this energy of people coming at us. I feel like that's going to be pretty prevalent this entire evening for this duration of this next, definitely the weekend into next week. You know, so you want to see where your rising sign is. Okay, so sun, moon, and rising. But the rising, you see here how the sun is coming up over the horizon, but it's showing the inner reflection. You see that? And they're alchemizing the situation. You see how the cups are pouring into each other? How are you pouring into the other? How are you pouring into the self? How, after cutting cords, after being done, was completely done with something, fire signs, how are you going to be able to rise like the phoenix from the ashes with the situation being, you know, because once you get to 10, what is that? That's the beginning. That's the beginning. You have to start back over. at 1. Really pull on that water element. Ooh, and I'm getting lots of tingles on the crown here. Lots of tingles. I can't believe the serpent came out for you guys. The water serpent. And look, boom, there it is. There's the fire. Look at that. That's the, you got out of 78. Well, I guess this is 80 cards. Well, it's 82 cards because all elements are present and there's 4 elements here. You got the 2 elemental cards, fire signs. Brand new deck. You got the 2 elemental cards of fire and water. The fire and the water. All right, I'm going to take 2 cards. Wow, okay. Maybe they're just saying take from this little stack. I'm going to take 2 cards. I'm going to take 2 cards. Look, you can't make it up. I didn't even get to say what I was going to say. I'm going to take 2 cards for each of these elements as clarification. And you've got the Chariot, major life event, the Chariot, and the Strength. Major life event, the Strength card. In clarification to the fire and the water element. Well, first of all, this is Sagittarius and this is Leo. I feel like there's been a stronghold, like a stronghold, strong arm. There's like a strong something, not just strength, but it's like an inner strength, right? Because we're talking about strength. That's how you tame the inner beast. How you handle yourself and invite yourself to come into a state of stillness within the mind, within the heart, within the soul. How you show up. How are you showing up, fire signs? Using your intuition, using your higher guidance. You know, and if you need to cry it out, cry it out. But I really feel like there's a victory here to be had because the Chariot is victory. That's victory right there for you fire signs. Victory is to be had. But it's going to take your passions combined with your spirit. And I feel like there's a major reflection. Because look at this. That's a major reflection card right there. Okay. 2 of Cups is a soul union card. It's a soul union card, of course. But what is it reflecting? And that's been a message that's been coming through for me all week long. Where is the reflection? What is your reflection showing you? On the bottom, I do feel like that victory is going to take you feeling, okay, so in the past, you have felt like I'm always the one that's standing up for the other, or I'm always, you know, fighting on for someone else. You know, I feel like now it's about you balancing the dualities of the self, the relationship to the self, and how it's showing up in the reflection of others and how you're being triggered. Because let's face it, you don't move on. You may be moving away. You may be this is also vehicle issues or getting a new vehicle or traveling somewhere, going somewhere, leaving the area that you're at and passionately dancing. Look at her passionately. She's passionately dancing with her spirit. Passionately dancing with her spirit. And looky, look. She's the snake lady. Well, hell, there's Medusa right there. Wow, isn't that interesting? Y'all have to realize these are somewhat new cards to me. I hadn't seen that one yet, that close. And then you have the snake over here. Big snake energy for the fire signs tonight. Big transformational energy. Big shedding your skin. Big standing up for yourself. Standing in your truth. No more of the bullshit. No more. People can come at you all that they want to. It's not going to be, you're just going to come at them honestly, because you're going to see the reflection of them in you and you them, vice versa. Just this 2 of Cups right here. On the bottom, you got the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups on the bottom. So this 7 of Cups is all about many choices. It's also about duality. And it's also about confusion and anxiety. So as you can see, she's holding 3 cups that just makes her feel all lovely and perfect. And he's got these 3 cups of mischief. This is kind of a hard card to get. I ain't gonna lie. Because it causes anxiety and confusion. So continue to look at the reflection, standing your truth, standing your ground. It doesn't matter what other people say, what they, I think I was just talking about this. Why? 4 of Swords. You already took that time to rest. Okay, you already took that time to lay it down. You already took that time. Look at her. She just birthed a baby, right? And now she's going to rest. Now she's going to rest on it. The white transformation of the white butterfly. Look at all the butterflies. It takes time to become a white butterfly, right? When you're in the cocoon, you don't know, what's going to happen to you next. The unknown. Trusting in the unknown. You don't know what's going to come. There's lots of choices here, though. Lots of confusion. Lots of confusion. I think you just have to surrender. I really do. But there's some cutting of the cords here. And there's some triggers that are beneficial and helpful. Remember, every trigger is an activation. Every activation is a trigger. Right? Oh, Shingani Kunashi. Let's get further clarification from the Starseed Oracle. Let's get further clarification from the Starseed Oracle for you guys. Let's see here. Let's get further clarification from the Starseed Oracle. You have the power to transcend all beliefs. That's what this Chariot is also saying. You have that power. She does it effortlessly. And she handles the dualities, the dark and the light, because she sees it and she notices it when it comes up. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. That's the other thing, fire sign. Don't take everything on surface level. These are deep cards. You know what I'm saying? These are not surface level cards that you've got. You got strength. That's all about taming the inner beast. Pulling in on the light while standing in the dark. Call upon the ancestors. Call upon the ancestors. And you got 2 more. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms. Density. Addiction. Let God in. And courageous. Painy. Multifaceted. Unique nature. Let yourself be seen. That's the other thing. Don't hide who you are from yourself. Don't hide who you are from yourself. And there it is right there. Addictions. This is a big time of releasing any and all addictions. It could be addictions to anything for you. Addiction to food, addiction to whatever. It doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol. It could be something else. Like for me, I'm addicted to buying things that are cool. Like I'm addicted. Like I know it's a good deal. If it's a good deal, oh my gosh. Or if it's something that someone like energetically worked on, that I know that they're powerful energy people. Like they take time and they infuse their energy into it. Like me, that's what I've got to stop it. I got to stop. I'll never get out of this space. I'll always have too much. I'll have too much. Sometimes too much is too much, you know? Sometimes too much is too much. Yeah. I am choosing radical acceptance. Radical. That is Uranus. Uranus is radical acceptance of what is. Choose radical acceptance. Pull on the ancestors. Careful for the addictions. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Whatever that means to you. I'm not real sure because I don't see fire signs hiding much, but sometimes maybe. It's happening. Just keep holding your vision. Okay, so, and finally, and I will read a little bit from the book. Remember, you are worthy. You are so worthy of all that you could possibly ever want. Say it. I am worthy. I am worthy of my own love. I am worthy of my own trust. I am worthy of all that the universe has to offer me, and I am open. I am open. I am open, 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 open. What do the crystal spirits have to say to the fire signs? What do the crystal spirits have to say? Yes, indeed. There it is. Turquoise. Nice. And that is number 57. So, let's see what that says. The turquoise crystal spirits. Now, I love these. I will show everybody on TikTok. I love these. Hold on. I picked up 2. So that way you can see it. See, they have like a spirit in the center. See there? Crystal spirit of turquoise. I love turquoise. I don't have a lot of turquoise pieces anymore. I used to. I don't have that many anymore. Okay. 57. Storytelling. Reframing. A different way of perceiving. Each of us can experience the same event differently because all of us are coming from different vantage points. Know too that as you change, so will your perspective. The message of turquoise spirit is that you can change your story of what happened in the past at any time. Yes, sure can. You can choose what details to focus on and how to interpret the events. For you are being encouraged to claim your power as a storyteller. Make no mistake, storytelling is an awesome power, for no one can make your truth away from you, can take your truth away from you. But you may discover that it has more angels than you've ever realized, just as a crystal turned over in your hand has more facets than apparent at first glance. What story will you tell, fire signs? Will it be one that is heroic and empowering, worthy of your hard work and efforts to heal what is wounded within you? Rest assured that you can be honest about all that you have experienced and done, yet still write a story that will help you feel that you are strong, wise, and supported by the conscious universe. Yeah, that's right. Don't make it too complicated. Write your story. Tell your story. Recreate your story. Remember that you are pure, loving source consciousness, and you can take your consciousness and flip it back to that timeline and rewrite the story the way you want it. And really be cautious of how you repeat the story. And if you should even repeat the story. You know, that's what's been holding me back from writing my book. Is I don't know if I really want to talk about all that stuff. Quite honestly. I don't know if I want to sit down and try to write a book about all the hard traumas of my life. That's a lot. I don't want to be repeating. And that's the other thing is, whatever you're speaking into existence, you are speaking into existence. And why? Why continuously speak the same woes into existence so that you can attract more of those woes back into your existence now? Thank you very much, fire signs. I hope this helped you. Go get you some turquoise. Alrighty. I hope this helped you guys. Please share it out, and please comment on the replay YouTube video and let me know if this resonated. All right, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all the fun things. Okay. All right. Yep, that's a 3. You are correct, Sandy. That is correct. Okay, so this is for your sun, your moon, and your rising signs. Always remember to know your birth chart. Astrograph.com will give you a free birth chart, and it's really the easiest way to learn if you actually dive into it there. They have a really good platform. They will help you to understand. It is hot as all get out in this house. It is really hot. It must be extra muggy outside on the island today because, man, I am burning up over here. Let me turn this air. Make sure this air is turned on. It's still at 74. I turned it down earlier. I don't like these Nest things because they just do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. Okay, here we go. Let's give these a shuffle for the next. So that was the fire signs, sun, moon, and risings. And now we are moving on to, still looking here. Nobody's told me what's next. Okay, guys, please, in the chat, my mods, please let me know what's next. Always have it out there whenever I'm closing down the previous sign so that I know and I can keep it moving. Who's next? We're on fire. Who's next? Please tell me, or I'm just going to pick randomly. Okie dokie. Thank you. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, so now we're on to water signs. Water signs are next. Speaking of water, little coconut water. Yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind, please, when you see me going into oracles, you know, and I'm getting towards the end, if you wouldn't mind throwing that up there so that I can just move straight into it, that would be great. All right, water signs. You're going to hear 3 loud sounds from the Tingsha bells. Those of you that do not like high-pitched loud sounds, turn your volume down. Those of you that do, breathe in the sound. And now we'll begin. Starting out softly. That one double clicked for you. We'll give you one more. There it goes. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm feeling really kind of like jokesterous. like there's some jokester energy up in here, like somebody who likes to tell a lot of jokes, or maybe you're married to a jokester, or maybe there's been some trickery fuckery going on that ain't been so funny. I don't know. I haven't quite nailed what exactly all this is about. It's interesting to me. I don't know why I want to laugh. I kind of have a giggle. It's kind of interesting. Everybody on TikTok, if you want to see the cards, all of the cards, the entire spread is on Chandra Sparkles Astrology. Pop on over. The link is in my bio, and you can join us in the Sparkle Chat tribe on Chandra Sparkles Astrology on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, guys. I see ya. I see ya. Thank you. Now, you guys, Kat says, I'm married to a jokester. Yes, she is. I don't know. That's funny. All right, here we go. So, Cancer, not too much longer, Cancer. You got a little bit more time. So, happy solar return to the Cancers. Scorpio, the moon is about to be moving in your sign tomorrow. And Pisces. Pisces, you're getting a bit of a break with Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your sign. Enjoy it while it lasts. These are for Sun, Moon, and Rising. All cards have been cleared, cleansed, set in the sun, put in the pyramid, smudged. And these are timeless readings, although I do direct them on the transits of Mars conjoined Uranus for the next week or so. I've had people come back and say, I was watching your reading, you were talking about it last month, and it happened to me this month. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad it resonated. All right, here we go, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Dragon cards for the Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Coming out in packs. All right, so we have a 9 of Cups, followed by a Queen of Wands, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Wow, a lot of court cards on your spread there, dear water signs. A lot of court cards on your spread tonight. So I just heard, I can do it by myself. I can do it on my own. I do everything on my own. I do it all. It's all me, all the time. And yeah, you can. You can do it on your own. You sure can. You're large and in charge. So this 9 of Cups here, this is the card of Cancer, by the way. Okay. It is a wish card, too. It's a very positive card. But it's also the card of feeling like you have to do it all yourself. You provide the meals. You give the rides. You handle this. You do this for this person. You wash these people's clothes. You swab the deck. You do it all. And you do it with a smile on your face because you're grateful. You're grateful to do it. But when you're challenged with the Queen of Wands, you know, this is someone who will burn it down, you know, and do it too much. Like it's too much energy. Now they're passionate, they're creative, you know, they are present in their sacred eternal flame. Like they know who they are. They are infinite with their heart flow. They allow the heart flow to ignite the cells, the organs, the bones, everything is in sacred divine order. But as a challenge position to this card, this 9 of Cups, as this dragon is looking the other direction. I feel like there's some fated events, some kind of fated destined events with this destiny card coming in here, this karmic card coming in here for you. That it's going to require you to go ahead and enlist some other folks, to enlist some other people, to enlist some more tribe. Because these are very independent cards here. These two right here are very independent cards. I can do it myself. I can do it on my own. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Some kind of fated event is coming in, and that's a fixed event. As you can see, in each corner of each card are the fixed signs, or the totems representative of the fixed signs. And that fated event may be a big cha-ching, because coming in from outside of you, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So that means maybe somebody dies and you receive your inheritance. Or maybe somebody shows up in your life, you get married, and you combine incomes, and everything's just so much better. Maybe you join house with a family, member, and combine incomes, knowing in this day and age, it's not easy. It's not easy because you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. It's a slow moving Knight. That means that money, that income source, whatever it might be, is going to pay off slowly. Maybe you just get little increments. Maybe you finally find out, oh my gosh, I've been approved for assistance. Or I've been approved for, God knows, hopefully, a loan. Who knows? Just there could be a plethora of income sources and abundance. It doesn't have to just be money or Bitcoin, or, it could be an income, a source of income coming because all of a sudden you find out that you own mineral rights to some land. And okay, so you only get $100 a month, but hey, that's $100 a month. And you're going to get that for the rest of your life? Okay, I'll take it. You see what I'm saying? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving Knight in the deck. Slow moving Knight. Takes their time. Methodical and practical. Sound, wise judgments. But coming after this 10 of Pentacles, oh boy. Oh boy. This is good stuff. The Knight of Cups is a love offer. It is a heartfelt love offer. But it can also be a trickster. And you got two knights going head to head here. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Okay? See there? Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Two knights. There it is. Head over heart. Expansion over rooting. Coins are also rooting into the divine, nurturing that intimate stillness of Mother Gaia that's within you. Because Mother Gaia is us. We are everything. If we are looking at this on the grander scale of things, we are everything, right? But there's some kind of messages, some kind of offers coming in. Something is coming. Something is coming. And it's going to take patience. There's a lot of patience, and it's going to take time. You know what I love about this Queen of Coins here? See her? See the Queen? I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords. Might have coins coming. Is that a lot of the time, heavy is that wears the crown, right? And you got to let things go. You got to let people go that you would love to have all around you. Doing for others, taking care of others, helping others, whatever that is that you're used to doing. I feel like there's a harsh destined something, karmic something coming in with this. And you are challenged to be strong through it for sure. But I feel like, you know, in order for this all to play out, it's going to be like, okay, yeah, I got this, but it happened because of that. And that makes me sad. Or I've done this and I've gotten this success. And yeah, it's going to be helpful to me, but I have to do this in order to get it. So like there's like that double-edged sword, you know, the Queen of Swords, she has, look at me, just look. Just look. Just look at the Queen of Swords and how she possesses like that sadness. It's like, oh, it's so hard, and she's old and she's weathered and she's been worn and tired. She's really just like, you know, she's lost. Look at the flowers, they're dying. You know, she it looks like she cut her baby dragon in half there. And there's nobody left but her own transformation and her own transmutation. And whenever we face challenges in life, we have to go within to find the solution and allow the pureness, the purity of spirit that is the Queen of Fire there. The purity of spirit that is inside us to guide us even through the karmic challenges. But the Ten of Pentacles is a fantastic card. That's a fantastic card. That's a card that says you got everything that you need. Family, abundance, but it's also about the ancients. It's also about how we connect in with our heritage and give honor and homage to it. On the bottom, another fast moving card coming in. Not only do you have a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Pentacles, and Knights bring in fast moving communications, although the Knight of Coin is slow. But the Knight of Cups, that comes in quick. The Eight of Wands, that's Sagittarius energy. This is Scorpio, by the way. That major life event, Wheel of Fortune, excuse me. It's Scorpio. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting bubbly. I mean, I'm just drinking water. Bubbly. Feeling heavy, feeling bloated down with some of this energy, maybe? Temperance. You can't make it up. Both of these. Okay, so the Temperance card, major life event, major arcana, and the Eight of Wands. They are both Sagittarius energy. Okay? Fast moving energy, passionate moving energy, but being able to alchemize the situation. You know why? Because you ended it. There was great, huge endings in your past. Huge endings. Difficult, challenging, hurtful, fuckery endings. But now you're flying, man. You got communication coming through. You may be needing to travel. I feel like some people are moving. Some people are traveling. Some people are moving on, or you're making plans to travel, or something's coming through and it's saying, hey, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to do this. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. You got 1, 2 queens, 2 knights. That's it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Just because you've always done it one way doesn't mean that you can't figure out to do it another way. Be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, and loving to all beings, all living beings. But the fire and the passion is there. And the money, somehow, some kind of abundance, money, wealth, land, property, something. You don't get that kind of coming in from outside of you for no reason. Fulfillment. Fulfillment is coming. The breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Are you micromanaging your universe? Or are you just letting the universe do its thing? The courageous penny Panay. I don't even know what that means, but multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. I think we had that one the last time, and I've freaking shuffled the heck out of these. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. The ancients were coming up with this 10 of coins here. Okay. Tap in. You've done this before. And you may not be for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. What is your true north? Be exactly who you're going to be, because trying to be something else has never worked. It's never worked. And if other people don't like it, oh well. Be who you got to be, boo. All right, calling upon the crystal spirits. What do the crystal spirits have for the water sign? Just right there. Quick. That was quick. Spessartine. 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 Spessartine garnet. Number 53. Spessartine garnet. I hope I'm saying that right. Spessartine garnet. I don't know. I think I've had this one before. What is wrong? I don't know why it does that. Spessartine garnet. Let's see what the spessartine garnet says. Spessartine. Spessartine. That's right. Kelly Wood says it right there. Hey, Joshua. I see you there. How you doing? Nice. Say hi to Melinda for me. Okay. Number 53. Another high number. Last read was it was a high number as well. Spessartine garnet for the water signs. Every one of us is being a light meant to shine and sparkle. Your light draws others to you, for we all seek the light. The message of Spessartine garnet spirit is to embrace your natural charm and magnetism. Do you think you're not all that special? If so, that is only because you haven't discovered your natural charisma and expressed it. The conscious universe wants you to let it shine out, for your dazzling brilliance will be a beacon for others as you walk through the healing path towards discovering your own destiny. Can't make it up. You had a karmic destined card right there. You can attract those who will help you and those who will benefit from all that you have to share. Your talents, your love, your joy. We are so lucky to have you here on this planet right now. Water signs, we are so lucky to have you on this planet right now. Feel your magnetism, excuse me. I keep seeing Venus. It's so weird how my brain works, y'all, when I'm in these readings. Feel your magnetism. I can't even say it. Express it. Shine your light in all your glory, inspiring others, and let yourself draw in whatever will help you on your journey. You are a unique being of light. I am divine. Divinity in me is timeless. You know, and that's what I was just saying to a friend this week, was that I don't have to do a lot. I don't have to do a lot. I just be who I be. I don't have to try. I don't have to spend endless hours doing this, doing that, trying to make this happen, trying to make that Trying. What a horrible word. We should lose trying from our complete vocabulary and just show up and sparkle. Get yourself some spessartine garnet. Look it up. There it is. Thank you to the water signs. I love you all very dearly. Remember to like and subscribe and share me out with a friend or a neighbor. Pull out somebody's phone and say, hey, have you subscribed to her YouTube channel? It really does help. You have no idea. I really appreciate it. Okay. Okay, where did it go? There it is. Stick these back off in here and give them a good shuffle for the next elemental read. Remember, you can always come back, and the timestamps will be up by tomorrow. And the chapters will be on the YouTube, so you can always come back and view what you missed. If you do come back, please make sure you comment on the YouTube replay. Earth signs. Thank you, Donna. Perfect. Awesome. Earth signs are next. Earth signs. Sun, moon, and rising signs. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth signs. Let's go ahead and clear with the G bowl. Ooh, nose is itching. Somebody's coming into money or abundance or wealth. Maybe not big wealth, they're saying, but some kind of form of abundance is coming. Ooh, really itchy. All right, sun, moon, and rising, earth signs. My grounded, stable, rooted into the divine Mother Gaia earth signs. We are playing with the mystical creatures. Is it magical creatures? I can't remember. All right. Knight of Wands. The Strength card. That's twice that's come out tonight. And the Seven of Cups. And that's also twice. Two separate decks, same cards. There's a theme. So remember, this is for earth signs, sun, moon, and rising. If you have a moon or rising that's another or whatever, you know the deal. Go back to the other elemental reads before this one. I can't remember exactly which ones because you'll probably receive messages there. I'm getting a big pain in my brain right here. And this is my shadow side, my night side energies. A lot of people have been having head pressure or headaches or challenges. Queen of Wands. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. You've got the Strength card and the Seven of Cups. Strength is in your challenge position. There's a Queen of Wands coming in from outside of you. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, sun, moon, and rising coming in from outside of you to assist with this energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. That's not bad at all. Very good. So I feel like you've been through, you've been asking yourself, like, what is it that I truly desire? What is it that I truly want out of life? What is it that I truly, need in life? There's a lot of deep retrospective going on, a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking going on here. And you want something that's going to light you up. You want something that's going to make your spirit go, yes, this is what I want to do with my life. The Strength card here says, stay the path. Keep going. You have this. But it's also all about, like, I'm seeing Leo. Hold on. I'm seeing Leo. And, think about the lion. The pride. The king of the pride. Strong enough to carry any kind of weight of responsibility. Trusting in your character. Trusting that that you can do what's right. And what's right in service to the great good of all, right? That's your challenge here. It can't just light you up. It for you want to do what's right for everybody, not just for you. The Seven of Cups, it can be confusions, illusions, and delusions. It can be, you got too many choices and you need to narrow some things down. The Queen of Wands is here to push you, to give you passion, to help you to be creative. That spirit, somebody's going to be pushing you to do your best. You want to do your best. It's very obvious that you do, Earth signs. But the King of Pentacles is saying, are you being loyal? And are they loyal? And are they worthy? Okay. King of Pentacles is integral. It's all about worthiness. And that's something that you've got to really understand, is that not every determined Queen of Wands, determination and passion is great, but they ain't going to have that integrity like what you have. But there is a Three of Cups of celebration at the end here. And I love that for you, because something's going to come all together. All of these struggles and these challenges that you've had to go through, and being confused and just feeling kind of like out of sorts, you're going to realize that everything that you're doing, it's like being that higher power of your highest self and embodying the highest self, rooting into the divine self that you are, knowing that a better world is possible, a better life is possible, and it is happening and has happened, because all time is now, and you are co-creating it with those around you. But be discerning. I feel a warning. Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out. Feeling like this is straight up poverty, okay? This is straight up not having enough, needing more, wanting more, wishing you could do more, feeling as though just look at her. Just look at the Five of Pentacles here. She's at the end of the world. She's in a dystopianville. Why is she in dystopianville? Three of Pentacles. This is having to lean on other people, collaborating with other people, knowing that you have to come together with other people in order to make this happen. All right. But I kind of feel like maybe that this fire sign, though they have a lot of passion and they're pushing you forward, I feel like that they may be hurting you more than they are helping you. And I feel like maybe you need to just tell them, I got this. I've got the strength to handle this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to follow my bliss. I'm going to follow my bliss. Three of Cups is bliss. That's you coming together with other people in bliss. Three of Pentacles is mastering, yeah, you collaborate, you come together, you master things together. But threes are always kind of also about, like, you know, it's a whole, like, you know, three's a crowd sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's just tough to be dealing with, like, that other outside person that's like too much for you. Because earth signs, you guys are stable, diligent, practical, and you perform well when you're able to be within that elemental state of beingness. But you're going to get challenged and you're going to get triggered. And I feel like it's coming from a fire sign. I'm not even going to lie. So show up as the king and check to see if they are loyal. You can check. You're very intuitive because you can embody intuition, unlike some of the other elemental signs. You are someone who can stay poised and graceful, while others kind of just go off the rails. Be careful. I feel like that this fire queen here is going to kind of plow over you if you let them. Just saying. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. But I feel like a celebration is coming. I feel like this poverty feeling, this poor, like I don't ever get, I'm not ever included. I'm always outside of the whole stuff that I'd like to be in. I feel like that's going to start to kind of calm down a little bit. But it's going to take you really pulling on the divine inner strength, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you were born worthy. You don't got to do shit to be worthy. You were already worthy the moment you were born because you're divine. And I keep getting the little tingles in my nose. So something is coming through. Some kind of abundance is going to show up. Believe it. Believe it. Okay. Believe that that abundance is going to show up. Okay. All right. Now we are going to pull everybody on TikTok. If you want to see the cards at Chandra Sparkles Astrology, you can see everything on the board over there. It's in the bio. Okay. So now let's see what the Starseed Oracle has to say for the Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs. Right there. Those two. No shit, Tim. So you got the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. Oh, I love that. Somebody write it out. It is safe for you to be loved. Make your life a moving prayer. Don't just go into spirit here and there. Do it daily, all the time. Walking meditation. Star bathing. The light body, the crystal grid, transmissions, and activations are coming your way, and you know it. Don't lie and say you don't. Don't second guess yourself either, because it's coming. It's on its way. It's there. It's here. It's now. And fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites, the extremes in life. There's always going to be extremes in life. Always. Sometimes more so. Sometimes less. But we're always going to have extremes in life. Higher cosmic heart. Right here. Where you enter and leave the body. Earth signs. Right here. Right here. No shete mokana ha shete no nake shete monaka ahane inu ashite tu a in shukana a ini inu ka shitu arenga runje ngaka hino nakika no shamariki ramba ka shete muamba ka shete no ona shete mokana ha shete no kobai ramba shete monai ramba shete monai kare. You are capable of accomplishing anything you set your mind and heart to. Anything. No excuses. No excuses. Let's also call on the crystal spirits. What crystal spirit is for the earth signs? What crystal do they need to call on? What crystal do they need to put in their bra, in their pocket, on their nightstand? For the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Taurus, there it is. Bronzite, one of my favorites. Oh, I love the Bronzite spirit. Look at this card, too. This is an amazing card. Look at the spirit in the center of this card. I love this one. Look at this guy. Look at that. So great. All right. Bronzite. Bronzite. I remember this one. Okay, number 13. That's a 4. Bronzite for the earth signs. I know I've pulled this a many times. I don't know why, but this one always seems to come out for earth signs. Isn't that interesting? Loyalty, trust, steadfastness, self-respect, trusting that conscious universe has your back. Now is the time to be sure to trust in the conscious universe and remain true to your authentic self as Bronzite spirit appears with the message that loyalty must be earned, bitches. Do you remember what I just said? Did you remember what I just said about the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign, sun, moon, and rising? Be judicious in extending your trust, knowing it is a gift from the conscious universe that must be honored. Respect others by being trustworthy yourself, speaking of them in ways that are honorable. Heal the past by owning your role in it so that you can trust yourself again and having learned the lessons that will strengthen you. Integrity. Owning your shit. Owning it. Hey, you know, I'm sorry that I did such and such and that it hurt you. And I know I did that. And I'm cool with it. And I've forgiven myself. And I hope you forgive me. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to forgive myself anyway. Okay, you got that? Oh, you'll blow their mind. Even if you've been betrayed, okay? Even if you've been betrayed. Even if you feel like you weren't the one that was in the wrong. You know what? I will tell you. I have in the past done some things. I'm no saint. I've done my best to do my best. But I've not always been my best. And I'm okay with that. But I've owned it. And I'll tell you something else. In order to make the peace in the past, this is all of my Libra placements, I have come forth and said I was so very sorry and that they were right. I was speaking to a fire sign, by the way, too. And they were so right and I was so wrong. Even though in my heart, I knew we were both wrong. We both played our part. But that kind of a person needed to hear that in order to move past it. You see, sometimes being a divine being means that you got to step out and maybe you eat a little crow. You know? Thank you, Earth signs. I love you dearly. Sun, moon, and rising. Come back and see the replay. Please make sure you comment on the YouTube replay. That helps me build the channel and it supports me. So I do this completely free, service to you, service to the divine, and that's how you can support me. If you have a little extra to spare, All my details are in the information below. If you want to Venmo me or PayPal me, please do, friends and family. I do appreciate it. Okay, so I think we have one left, right? I cannot remember what's next. I'm not real sure who's next. Oh, what's up, Jared Land? Oh. She says, "Hiya, everyone. As soon as a bug farts, I will lose a signal." Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you, Dana. You rock. Thank you. That's crazy. That is crazy. Bronzonite. For the earth sign. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Go look it up on, you can just get you a little bitty piece on Etsy. Go look it up. All right. I saw. That's right. I wanted to say something about that. Okay, so if you're in the, thank you for reminding me, Kat. If you are in Corpus Christi area and you are into psychic fairs, and they have like crystal goods, and they have readers, and they have, I think they have astrologers, at least they used to, I'm not sure. But they have a lot of people that gather. Just look up the angel, what is it called again, Kat? I don't want to misquote Liz. It's the Angel Psychic Fair. Is that what they call it? Please let me know, and I'll make sure and put it up on the screen. If you're in my area and you want to go check that out, just be careful. It's Mars conjoined Uranus on Algol. Ooh, that would be kind of trippy. If you really want to like test the measurements there. Angel Light Fair, Corpus Christi, Texas, downtown, 10 to 4 p.m. Perfect. Thank you. It's right there on the screen. Okay, so we are on, I'm sorry, by the last element, I get really high. So here we go. We're on air. High on the energy, that is. That's all I'm on. That's all I'm ever on, really. Other than the occasional CBD Delta 8 hybrid. Oh my. So we're going to clear with the tinctures. You will hear 3 high-pitched tones. Just clearing the space for the air signs. Love those tincture bells. Those are really good ways to clear your energy, to clear your space. And they're small and they're handy, and you can carry them with you. Like if you have somewhere you got to go, or like Kat going to your event, and they're not that expensive. Really good. You can get a pretty good pair for about $30. 30. I think those were 35 or 36. Something like that. At least that's how much they cost way back when. I don't know how much they cost right now. I've had those I don't know how long. But there you go. Okay, so now we are on to to the air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All the cards have been cleared, smudged, set in the pyramid, and ready for you. So, kicking it off with, well, there you are. And my nose is itching. Maybe coming into some abundance flow for you. Prince of Swords. That is the Knight of Swords. There you go. The Prince of Swords is here. Prince of Swords, there you are. All the directions. Feeling that airflow. You know, tapping into the air element is so important for you guys. Really breathing, doing breath work. Intentional breath work. Look at that. You got the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, you got the Prince of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And look at them going at each other. Wow. Let's get the next card. You may be charged with some heavy communication. There might be something coming in like some kind of, you hear about something that you don't want to see. Like you'd prefer not to know. You just want to have a chance to relax, I feel like. And you need to like trust that the universe has a greater plan with this situation. Whatever kind of information. This is a fast moving knight. It's the fastest knight in the deck. It can also be like text, email, phone call, stuff coming in. Something comes in real quick and changes your whole everything. The Prince of Swords is all about someone who's kind of watching. You got to be careful, you know, like maybe you got a kid around, you know, that's watching, and you got to kind of watch yourself. The Eight of Swords is, there's just something you're not wanting to see here. There's something, you've got to take the higher perspective. You've got to take the high road. You have to trust your higher intelligence with your life. And you have to be able to get to where you want to be, but also know that all is here right now. It's all here right now for you. Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands, Seven of Wands. You know, that's a passion. You know, your Seven of Wands is all about your passions, standing up for your passions, standing up for who you are. But this is coming in from outside of you. So this could very well be somebody else coming at you with their passions. Queen of Wands. Boy, she's been coming out a lot tonight. And the Nine of Swords. I was wondering. You know, all in all, this is some anxiety-driven shit right here. This is... You know, you have the ability to utilize your mind, unlike any of the other elemental reads. You have the ability to higher consciousness. You must believe in the ability to figure things out, to nurture that innate curiosity. You know, nurture lovingly as if it was your child. Nurture the miracle of life. Give yourself the permission to dream and learn and explore through your mind. You rule communication. You rule the mind. You rule the intellect. Utilize that. If you are, this is anxiety. This is staying up at night. This is not being able to sleep. This is, oh my God, what about this? How am I going to do this? How is that going to happen? All of that, you don't need that. You see that web in the background there? That's a web of consciousness. That's the web of flow. Spirit is speaking to you. But you're all down here. Sit up. You have so many things to be grateful for. You have all the blessings in the world, all the blessings in your life. You are here. You know how many souls are on the other side wishing they were you right now? Billions, millions, gajillions, and probably even a word I can't even say. On the bottom, you've got the Lovers. Why? Because the sun. Boom. There it is. It's not as bad as you think it is. You know, you're all caught up. You're all caught up in your minds, and you're worried about what the other people are doing. And the sun, at one point in time, you were just like, oh, man, everything's good. Everything's so good. I'm so happy. Everything's great. I'm shining my light. That's the best card in the deck, but that was in the past. Now you've got the Lovers here, which is Gemini. By the way, the Gemini card, that is Gemini. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Gemini. Let them. That's a message that has been coming through so loud and clear this past week. Let them. Somebody put it in caps. Write it across the screen. Let them. It's not your business. It's not your business. This is not your business. Your business is to continue to believe that you have everything that you need inside of you, that whenever you're facing a challenge in life, you just go within and find that solution. You don't even need to be here listening to me. I am you. Allow the pure spirit of you to expand and tap in for the answers. Don't hide. Don't stay up at night crying. Don't be in your woes. And, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like this queen right here, that needs to be you. Okay? Large, in charge. Queen of Wands don't ask for nothing. They do it. They just do it. They don't worry about it. They just do it. There might be some kind of communication that comes in really fast that knocks you off, and you just like, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to hear it. Please, let me just keep these blindfold, these blurry goggles, beer goggles on my eyes. Don't do that. See it for what it is. Respect the vision that's given from it, and see that there's a triggering going on, because somebody else is triggered. That's somebody having to stand their own ground, fight their own truth, acknowledge their own inner bullshit, right? But all you got to do is acknowledge the sacredness in all of it, including yourself. Including yourself. The Lovers, this could be a Lovers card. I feel like this is more about relations within the duality of the mirror from the self to the other. The self to the other. The higher consciousness awareness self. Seeing the divinity in everyone, even those folks that you wouldn't rather deal with. Choose kindness towards yourself and all living beings. Somebody's watching you. Keep an eye. There's somebody watching you. You want to be the representative of the light and the strength of the shadow. Because what they see could help them. Do it in a kind manner. And take the blindfold off, because you can't just sit there with your head in the sand. And stop with the anxiety at night. Like literally, just stop. You cannot control what happens with these people around you. You cannot control that. You can only control who you are. You are always enough. You are always someone who's going to feel better about yourself. As an air sign, someone who thinks a lot, right? You're always going to feel better about yourself if you release attachments to other people's outcomes. Release attachment to other people's outcomes. Release it. Your happiness, your joy, and what you're doing in your life, air signs, cannot be dependent upon what happens with Billy, Bob, and Sue. Your children, your brother, your sister, parents. You are capable of accomplishing a whole lot more when you expand the heart and just go within and trust the energy and let them. All right, let's go ahead and my nose is really itching and tingling tonight. Starseed Oracle. What does the Starseed Oracle have to say to the air signs? That would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do the Starseed Oracles have to say? Well, fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Extremes in life. We got that one earlier, I believe. And the Star Keeper, cosmic ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. Excuse me. See the light by staying grounded. And the courageous Pene. I don't even know what that means, but whatever that is. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Peony. The courageous peony? Is that what that is? Okay, I have dyslexia, but when I'm channeling and stuff, I can normally see everything right, but I hope I'm seeing it right. Okay, so surrender, opposites, dualities, extremes. Surrender. Let them. You are a cosmic ancestor yourself. You're a cosmic ancestor. Don't think for a minute you're not. Right? Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slowed down, more time in nature. Ground. Root into Mother Gaia. You, unlike any of the others, need to be grounding your energy into this planet. We do ourselves such a disjustice by not walking barefoot on this earth. At least a minimum of 10 minutes. Yeah, a minimum. You know, go sit next to a tree if it's cold where you're at. You know, if you can't get outside and it's just too cold, bundle up and go sit, just lean up against a tree. Or if you have to, you know, get a nice, good, heavy stone or a piece of wood and sit inside and just root. See the tailbone, golden cord going from the tailbone to the center of Mother Gaia, and root yourself in so that you're not going off into the willy-nillys at night, being all anxious with the anxiety card here. Miss Anxious, Miss Anxiety, Miss I can't sleep, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. How's it? Stop it. Some kind of communication is coming. It's coming in. Okay, so let's also get from the crystal spirits. Crystal spirits, and this will be the last card of the night. Crystal spirits for the air signs. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Crystal spirits for the air signs. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Malachi. Wow. I'm wearing Malachi. I love Malachi. Awesome. 34. Malachi, my babies. My air sign babies. That's a good one. Oh, this is the wrong book. I told y'all I can't see very well. Yeah. 34. I knew it was getting close. Malachi. Clarity of thought and emotions. The right use of intellect, integrating thoughts and intuition. Overthinking can make you feel like you are starting to lose it. But Malachi spirit has appeared to let you know there is a difference between unproductive ruminating and taking the time to apply logic that can help you make sense of what you know. Reasoning with clarity means the right use of your intellect as you consider all of the evidence you have encountered. This includes evidence produced by opening yourself to messages from the conscious universe through your first sense. Your intuition is your first sense, by the way. Your reasoning powers are at their peak right now. So let go of any old belief that would make you doubt Malachi Spirit's message, which is to trust that you're smart enough to sort through all the information before you. You know, you're both smart and wise, and the Malachi Spirit, it can help you to ground in to your intuition. It also helps to release any of those like archon attachments, anything that might have attached to you. I keep Malachi everywhere. I've got a few pieces back here. I've got some downstairs, 2 big pieces. And now that is one too that you can't wear directly onto your skin for long periods of time, because it's toxic. And if it's not polished and it's raw, which like this is it right here. See, this is a raw, unpolished Malachi right there. Okay. If it's raw and unpolished, you don't want to handle it and then put your finger in your eye or you know what I mean? You got to be careful because it can be toxic, and you don't ever put it in the bath with you. Okay, go get you some Malachi. I hope that these messages helped you. Please make sure you come back and comment on the replay video. Helps the channel so much. I really appreciate it. I love you, air signs. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you, everybody on the TikTok. We'll see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Chanda Sparkles Astrology. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I'll say goodbye to you guys. Yes, bye. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, and for all of you on Facebook and YouTube, thank you for being here. I love you all so very much. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. This really helped me to uptick my energy, and I hope and invite you to uptick yours. And I also invite you to love. Love and come into your sacred work. Within your mind, your heart, your soul, and really feel how amazing you are, because you really are. You really are. You're not who you think you are. You're much grander than that. Come into oneness with all that is. All right? Come back. Comment on the replay. Please share it. Talk to a friend, pull out their phone, and make them hit subscribe. I dare you. I'm going to try to be here Tuesday, but I'm not making promises anymore on anything, because quite honestly, I just cannot predict when as far as having like here every Tuesday night, I said that in the middle of last year, and it's totally playing itself out that sometimes I can be here on Tuesday night, sometimes can't. Sometimes I might have to be here on a Thursday night or a Saturday night, and I'm just not going to stress over it. I do have some new content that's going to be coming out hopefully next week, so be looking for that, and that will be recorded content, pre-recorded content that I'll be putting on my YouTube channel solely. So make sure that you hit the bell for all those notifications. Make sure you select all. Make sure you double check to make sure that you're subscribed. Sometimes YouTube just unsubscribes people. It's happened a few times. I've noticed people be like, I was subscribed to your channel, and then now it's gone. So yeah, anyway, we'll leave that at that. We love you, YouTube. We love you, Facebook. Thank you for everything you do. And if you want to give me a cup of coffee or, a little $5 or $10 donation, if this stuff helped you, please do. Venmo and PayPal links are below. Thank you so much, Kelly, for all of your help tonight. Thank you to the moderators. I love you. Thank you to the brothers and sisters and everybody who showed up here tonight. Even though it's a Saturday night and you probably want to be out having more fun, you hung out here. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've got it. Let them. That is the message of the week. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. Let them.